No Haitian, no Haitian.
El cafecito está.
What a good be, hope this should be this your boy N.O.R.E.
What up, it's DJ EFN.
This is Entertainment Crazy Raw, Yappy Hour, Drink Champs and Podcast. Make some noise! And right now, we have what we are missing in this industry right now. We have a strong black street CEO, person who changed the game, put brothers together, took them out of the hood, and gave them a chance and made stars. This is the CEO of Ruff Ryders, and we're gonna give him his motherfucking flowers today. In case you don't know what we're talking about. So my motherfucking D from Ruff Ryders, make some noise! So D, for the people that don't know, right? How did Ruff Ryders get started? How did?
Yeah, we from the Bronx. No?
That's right. But for people that don't know, but how did because Ruff Ryders, a lot of people don't understand that Ruff Ryders is like a motorcycle crew kind of, right? And then it's a record label, so it's like
right.
Yeah,
it's 2 in 1.
Okay,
it's more like music. Mm-hmm. And then there's bikes. It's 2 separate entities.
Right.
You know
So which was bikes wasn't first or music was first?
No, the music was first.
Okay.
We were doing music way before the bikes.
Right.
Then we just attached that to the bikes, to the music.
Right.
And that's how the bikes came into play.
Right.
After the music, though. We've been doing music way before bikes.
Right. So I love this story about DMX, right? Where Leo comes to see him in Yonkers, I believe.
Yeah, YO.
And ex-jaw is wired shut.
Yep.
So how first off, how wasn't you like nervous to present him to Leo Combs because his jaw's wired, but you knew his talent was that raw that Leo was going. So describe us what happens. Okay, if Irv Gotti's involved as well, right?
Well, what happened was Irv used to be a producer for us, and this way before he got a situation. Then he believed in X because he knew we was working on X, developing him through the course of 6 years or however long it was taking. But he was there some of that journey. So
Irv,
he witnessed, Irv was there some of that journey. He witnessed that, the experience to get to experience X, to see his talent, and knew he was good.
Yeah, going back when he was working with Mike Geronimo and all that.
Because he had Mike Geronimo first before he had
Cash Money Click was
okay. Like, they was all connected.
Right.
So we had him probably even before. We had Irv even before he did that because I think he didn't have nothing at that moment. He wasn't even making beats. My brother bought him a drum machine.
Wow.
And gave him his first drum machine.
Wow.
And that's when he got into start doing beats.
That's crazy.
Beats. That was the first drum machine we bought him.
Wow. So then, so is it Irv who says, I got Leo Combs that's coming, they want to come see him? Oh, okay.
Irv, what happened was, Irv must have got connected with somebody at Def Jam. They gave him a job at Def Jam.
Okay.
So they told him, we need you to do X, Y, and Z. And he was like, no, I don't want to do that. I got somebody I want to work. And he was talking about X.
Right.
And they knew that X, X always barking and doing different things. So that's how he does when he rhymes. And then they said, well, he must have been in a meeting at Def Jam when he got the job as the A&R. And he was like, well, I got DMX. He was like, well, they told him, we don't want nobody that barks and we ain't into dogs and all that. We don't want no dog food and all that. We just here to sell records. Right. So he quit his job.
Irv quit
his job. And he quit his job. Then Leo came back and got him and said, no, come back. We need you. So he went back to do his job. He said, only way I'm going to take my job is if you come with me to Yonkers and meet DMX. So that's when they came to the Yonkers and met DMX.
Yo, how dope is that, though? So, all right, but here's my deal, right? Because y'all didn't have an artist at that time, correct?
No, we had X.
No, I'm saying like signed.
No, he wasn't signed.
So Leo's coming there. What made you have the confidence to say, you know what, I'm gonna let him rhyme even though his jaw is wired?
Because he already knew he could do it because he was doing it previous, like little stuff in the studio way before they even, that deal just came out of nowhere.
Right.
His jaw was still wired. He wasn't getting around that.
Right.
But he was already rhyming, so I knew he could do that. But we wasn't banking on him rhyming at that time. We was just banking on his music, playing some of the music.
Right.
So Leo just was like, well, let me hear something. And I said, come here, X, for a minute. But he was rhyming like I'm talking.
Right.
So
even with his jaw wired.
Yeah, but you don't know his jaw is wired. And Leo, nobody knows his jaw is wired at this time. He's just, as I'm talking, this is how he's rhyming. Very
sounding
clear.
natural.
No, it don't sound like nothing's on his jaw, but they don't know his jaw is wired at this time.
Wow.
So I said, all right, come here, X. And he spit a couple of rhymes. He's like, Leo was like, all right, that's pretty good. And it's like, and then I was like, nah, come here for a minute. I told him to come a little closer. I said, open your mouth. Just look at his mouth. See, his mouth is shut. He's like, okay, that's it. That's what made him get a deal when his jaw was, he seen that his jaw was wired.
Wow.
So you guys didn't have no other deal before that?
No.
Because I swore that I had heard X on records years before.
Yeah, that was wild.
Like anything with Big Beat, anything like that?
That's when he called BBK solo, right?
Something like that. I had heard.
Yeah, he had a deal way back, but I think that probably even before us, because he was with somebody else, and then we had got him.
Right.
So but with us, it was probably that moving forward. But he was already rapping and doing things, but it was kind of difficult with X, because X is a different type of artist.
Right.
So, it worked out for us because we knew how to handle him. You know what I'm saying? Like he wasn't the type of artist where you just say go there and do the song. It ain't work like that.
Right.
Never, ever. He'd rather be outside flying a goddamn plane or racing cars on the floor.
Yeah. So let me ask you. And I recently discovered this, right? I was recently just going through tours, and I realized that Ruff Ryder Cash Money tour might be top 5 of hip hop's greatest tours of all time.
Yeah, that was a good tour.
So how did this happen? You and Baby got together?
Yep.
Okay.
You know how it worked out, because we was in we was doing well at that time, and they was doing well at that time. So it's Baby and Slim, and it's me and my brother. So we, it kind of connected. They from the streets, we was from the streets, so we come from that side of the program that we was dealing with them. So they was like, okay, so we clicked, and then they had Juvenile. I need to use Juvenile for a song.
Right.
So I said, let me get Juvenile. Once I got Juvenile, I put him on one of the compilations that we did, and then we got close, and that's how we connected the tour, and we figured out how to make a tour happen.
Because, a lot of us don't know when we're making history, and some of us do know when we're making history. Some of us, like, you smack dead in the middle of it and be like, yo, if this goes correct, this is going to be a legendary, this is going to be a historic moment. From the beginning, did you know that about that tour? No, you did?
No. We weren't thinking about history. We was just doing what we loved, and just music. When you love, we got a passion for music. So when you got a passion, you don't be thinking about what you're doing. You're just doing it out of the love of the music and the people that you believe in. So that was more for me, like to be able to, because I had Kiss in them. I had, they all from Yonkers, Kiss. All from YO. So I had them for years. When they was babies, I used to take them to school and pick them up and drop them off.
It's crazy.
So I got a chance to watch them develop. You know what I'm saying? So you never know until you get there. It's not like I could foresee and say, this is going to be big. I got artists that I work with that didn't make it. So, you got to pick and choose, and they just happen to stand out and pop off. So they work. And X is from Yonkers, and the Locks is from Yonkers. So that was something that I deal with to this day.
But hold up, but going back to that tour really quick.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say.
How difficult was that logistically did you guys have
This is two of the hottest labels.
Yeah, like.
This is what I'm saying. I'm thinking y'all would have egos. I'm thinking y'all would be clashing.
Like, was it smooth the whole way? Like, be real about it. Like,
the whole time we never had a problem, not one incident.
Right.
Because see, it's easy when you both understand each other. Like, you're from the street.
Right.
We from the street.
Right.
And we never even, I don't even think it was a fight on that whole tour. I don't think we ever had no type, because it's a line of respect,
Right.
Because you already know where it's going. It ain't no ifs, ands, it ain't no in between. You ain't gonna be a couple of punches in the face.
You're gonna have to answer to it.
It's gonna be some other type of situation. So we don't want no problems. They don't want no problem. And we respect them. So they was young, we was young. just coming in the game, and we just wanted to do what we had to do to make history.
Right.
So how does that happen? Because y'all both hot, right? There's no way that you can measure, DMX hotness to Lil Wayne hotness or Juvenile.
Juvie was hot.
Juvie was hot.
Yeah.
But I believe Juvie did $3 million that year. I believe X did like $10 million. So how do y'all decide who closes out the show, or how did that go?
I'm gonna tell you a crazy story. Not even with them, it was easy because we was able to say, you could close, we could close. I think we were flipping it like that. You close, we close, you close, we
Makes
close.
sense.
Something like that. So that's how you gotta know how to plan it out and make it make work. So, but one of the times we had a situation, and this is with Hov. So we was on tour, remember we had the Ruff Ryders Rockefeller tour.
Okay, yes.
So this is the tour. So we on tour one time, so we was already debating on X going last.
Right.
And they was like, no, Hov want to go last. So, they already been going through their little war way before they got deals. Way before they got deals.
Right.
So he got an ego, X got an ego, I'm better than you, you ain't better than me, and we going through that. So I was like, you know what? We got to an agreement. We was like, you know what? Go ahead, y'all could go last. Right. So I told Hov he could go last. And X said, all right, cool. I talked to him, and he's all right, cool. So maybe like 3 shows in. So, X is going before Hov.
Right.
So
taking his shirt off, praying.
It's a whole nother situation going on. So with X he got this type of energy that when he go, and if you're going after him, whoever's after him, the crowd probably gonna be burnt out after this time.
Yeah.
So Hov wasn't getting the energy from them that he normally would have got.
Because he's a normal smooth guy. He's a smooth guy, and X is...
Yeah, X is jumping in the crowd.
Right.
So they go on records, and when Hov get up there, they ain't got no more energy.
He took all the energy.
Yeah, he was like, you know what? So we went back in the room. He was like, this is what we're going to do. Can we work it out like this? Y'all can go last, and I'll go before X. That's how we set it up. After 3 shows, though, because X was draining the crowd, he wasn't getting the response and the energy, so we switched it back around.
Yeah, nobody can't fuck with it. Let's make some...
The dog.
So, all right, boom. So y'all first deal, right, with Ruff Ryders, was the Locks signed first and never signed to Bad Boy? Okay.
We was managing them. We didn't even have them signed.
Oh, wow. So
we just managed them.
Because I always thought y'all was production. And I read recently that y'all was managing them.
Yeah, we was managing.
Okay, when you brought in the Puff, you was the management. Okay, not
100% managing them.
Okay, so how does that work?
We just was managing them. We had X signed, but we was managing them. So we was going through their little trying to get where X was, because X was already who he was and as an artist, and they was just young up and coming artists. So what I did was, we were still learning the game ourselves, too, at this point. So I was like, you know what? Just sign the Puff, and I could pretty much learn the game and study the game as I'm managing them. So all I did was, when he went to the studio, I would go to the studio with Puff, and I would see how they would work and see how everything was going, because I ain't know much about music neither. But I learned it from just watching them doing albums, Big's album, Kim album, and it was just running back and forth from this room to that room. And I used to be like, damn, why you keep running from room to room? But he was doing 2 albums, one in this room and one in that room.
And he was doing Big's and who else?
He probably was doing Big's album and Kim's album.
Okay.
But he running back and forth with me like, I'm new to the game, so I'm like, why you keep running back and forth? What the hell are you doing? So he was working on Kim's album and Big's album. He was working both albums at once.
Wow. Is that where you got the idea to do DMX 2 albums?
No.
Okay.
I get a better idea for that.
Okay.
They talk about that, but see, what they don't know is X used to be with me because I used to be in Baltimore. So I used to be out there. I used to keep him with me, so I could keep my arms so he don't be getting in trouble. So what happened was one day we was on the block and we was outside, and he was like, I had asked him something, and he had like a selective memory. He had a memory where you couldn't forget if you said it too many times. He had one of those memories, so I was like, how you remember? He was like, I got a memory where, if I say it in 2-3 times, I just can't forget it. So so I figured that out, and that was probably years before we got a deal. So I said, okay, I'll give you $100 for every rhyme you give me.
Oh, yeah.
So he was like, all right. So every day he would come to me with 2 rhymes. And I'll be like, say the rhyme, and I hear it. I'll be like, say it again. You say it again. I'll be like, all right, say it again. You say it 3 times. I know he's never going to forget it because that's how his mind was. So when they say 2 albums in 1 year, I've been had the albums in his head. All I had to do, he never had to write again. I just be like, all I had to do was remember like 3 bars. And be like, ba, 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 ba. You remember that?
He'll remember the rest, yes.
Like, oh yeah, I remember that. I'll be like, go in the booth and say the whole song.
That's crazy.
You say the whole rhyme.
Right.
But I want to go further back because you said that you learned the music business when managing the Locks, being around Bad Boy. But where did you guys get the bug to even want to get into the music business at all?
Well, the music came from my brother. He was looking at a cowboy movie one time, and him and my mother was looking at. That's where they came with the name Ruff Ryders. But we was probably already doing music.
Oh shit!
Dances from a cowboy.
From a cowboy. Yeah, damn. I didn't even think of that.
So cowboy movie.
That's crazy.
But we know Chad Elliott and Dr. Seuss. So he was around way back then too, because we was connected with him as well. So he played a big part on us getting focused on it. But we always had doing little music here and there. But then we took it to the next level. But how we got that, the Ruff Ryder music influence is because they was looking at that movie and it was black cowboys. We took that name and just called it Ruff Ryders. They was called Ruff Ryders. That's how we got the name Ruff Ryders, from the cowboy movie, Ruff Ryders.
And this is before you guys even had any connection, any artists. You just,
way back.
This is the idea. We're gonna go this way.
Yeah, we're gonna try this and let's give it a shot. And we just believed in it. Plus we hear people rhyme every day, all the time.
Right.
So we in the hood, like we from the hood. We see that all day, so it was easy for us to connect with the people because we see them every day, like they.
Because I read somewhere, I think you did a state bid and did a Fed bid, and you said I got to try something different.
You know about that?
Yeah. So you said I got to try something different. But what made you? Because at this time, D,
I had money.
There's about but there's about. Out of like 300 people, there's about 6, probably 2 at this time before you, successful black street CEOs. And what I mean by that, there was other black CEOs, but they wasn't for us. You know what I'm saying? They wasn't like, I believe you, Dame Dash, and Irv Gotti kind of changed the game. You know what I mean? I mean, in my opinion, like black, strong CEOs. But at that time, that wasn't popular. So this is what I'm trying to ask you. Like, what made you invest? And I heard you say you had did a state bid and a Fed bid. But what made you say, hip hop? Because, you know what I mean? Like,
you know what? I wasn't really thinking about it like that. I just listen to rap. You know what I'm saying? Everybody knows rap. You enjoy it. You inspire. I appreciate rap. I love it. But I didn't know nothing about how to make music, and I wasn't into it like that. And my brother and them he had said he ran into Heavy D because where we used to be at in Mount Vernon, Hev is from Mount Vernon.
Yeah.
So he ran into him and he told him, look, this is what you could do. And we was hustling probably about at that point. He's like, you could do this, try some music, that'll help you out. And my brother-in-law was to start going into the music. Then he told me, and I was like, all right, let's give it a shot.
Wow.
So we started messing with the music like that.
So that was your inspiration, Heavy D? Because Mount Vernon and Yonkers is like, that's like the next borough. Like,
sisters.
Almost like Bronx and Manhattan.
Yeah.
So
you want that? You fucking connected.
So Heavy D, because man, Heavy D was the inspiration for all of us. But I
imagine
imagine
inspired a lot of people.
Yeah,
he helped a lot of people out too.
Yeah. So that was the first inspiration. Of you seeing someone successful coming from the neighborhood.
Pulling up because we used to hustle on 3rd and 3rd. 3rd and 3rd is where everybody's out there trying to do what they do to get whatever they can make, and he pull up every now and then periodically. I was good with his brother, his brother's name was Jerry.
Okay.
He passed away, God bless the dead. And,
rest in peace.
He was the wild boy. Kev was the good kid, so he ran with us, and Jerry used to be with us, and we run everything. So, yeah, we got it from that. We running through, passing through, and he was big. Hev was big at that time. He had the hot, big albums.
Yeah.
He inspired us to do the right thing.
Now, how about Mary J. Blige? Because she's from the Yonkers area.
She from YO.
She from YO.
Kiss, and Mary, they all live in YO,
Right.
So they from over there. I like the Mary's music. I love her music, but I never knew her, so she really inspired me.
Really? You never knew Mary?
I know Mary. I love Mary. Mary's good. She family, but I ain't listened to her until the album. One of her albums was crazy. Then I knew her then, but I didn't know her before then.
Okay. So I'm going to bounce around a little bit. One of the hottest subjects on the internet right now It's 38 Special versus Jadakiss.
No, it ain't Jadakiss. You know, I got my boy on him, which is the artist that I'm working with, which is Jadakiss's cousin, Brillo. So he the one going back and forth with him right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we said, let us get this Kiss. We'll take care of him. So, and we took it, and him at 38 is going back and forth. He just sent me something today.
Oh, yeah?
Yep, he just sent me a joint that he did today. Going back and forth, writing a letter for the 38 Special. He wrote a letter to him.
Oh, wow. So let me ask you, because you've been through this. You seen Big and Pac. You seen Kiss and Beanie. You seen Hove and everybody basically. Do you think this is good for hip hop?
What?
The back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's good as bad as you make it, you know?
Right.
It's just a sport, you know? Who could box the best, who could rhyme the best is a sport. It depends on how you look at it, you know, what you want to turn into. I mean, I don't look at artists as like they come in here to be shooters and killers. If that's the case, they can stay on the block and do that.
Right.
They don't get in here, they just, but you see, the people that's around them ain't giving them the right information. Because see, you got a bunch of kids that come in. I had kissing them when they was kids.
Right.
I know what to tell them not to do. Look, y'all go that way, because if you was about this life, you would have been over there, not over here. You can't get over here, then shoot to want to be a drug dealer and a killer.
Right.
It just don't go. So you stay over there. Right. And continue to move that way. So most people don't got the right people around. They get money, they get a little money up, they go buy a couple of guns, and then they think they killers.
Right.
So it's not,
No, we don't need that in hip hop.
No,
we definitely don't.
No. But you do like the competitive spirit.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right.
That works.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it is. It's like playing basketball. You know, they're competitive. They're going. You're going to challenge each other. You got to challenge. That's what makes the sport interesting.
Right, but if the two MCs are the athletes, it's the people around those MCs that are not the athletes that becomes the problem.
It's never the artists that do it. It's the people that's with them.
That's the problem.
Because I heard that you seen Beanie Siegel at a park and you called Jadakiss. It's a normal phone call. Told him to get in the cab, and y'all pulled right up and y'all squashed it.
Right?
Yeah, and y'all squashed it right then and there. Like it was just them two.
What happened was. Bean is from Philly, but we was in Harlem. So I'm in Harlem, you know, I be in Harlem. So what happened was they was doing an event for the kids, giving away stuff and giving them free haircuts and different things. Right. So I'm in the house and my barber called me and was like, he know that Kiss and Beans had a little situation. So he called me and said, because they keep telling the story, they smoke so much goddamn weed, Beans and Kiss, they tell a fucking story every time.
Right.
But this is the story. So what happened was, my barber called me, tell me, Beans is in the park. So I was like, all right, I'll be right there. So I shoot to the park. I go in there, I was like, all right, what we doing? So Beans there with a couple of his people. So I was like, what we doing? Because we're trying to fix this before it escalates.
His manager Sadiq? His manager Sadiq was there? Okay.
You know you.
Okay.
I like that. Sadiq was with him.
Yes.
So Sadiq was with him, and I ran up in the park and I talked to him, and I was like, what we doing? Because we're trying to fix this before it escalates, because it's going to go wherever it's going to go. So he said, no, I'm good, no problem, blah, blah, boom. I said, all right, hold on 1 second. I walked out, I called Kiss, I said, yo, jump in the cab, come to the park. So he come to the park.
He comes by himself?
Yeah, he came by himself, because he's in the crib. He came to the park. I met him at the park. I said, come on, let's go down here and go talk to them so we can figure this out. So I walk him down to the park. I tell him and Beans, go over there and talk over there. So I let them go over there and talk. They went over there, talked, they hashed it out, whatever it is they did.
This is after they made this records? This is after that? Or this is yeah, it had to be after.
Yeah, it had to be.
Yeah, it had to be after. Yeah.
He's saying after they had already been dissing each other
on record. Yeah.
No, this was
it had to be after.
Around a little after.
Yeah, after. Yeah. But that's why they squashed it.
Yeah, but they probably were going back and forth.
Right,
so we had to fix it. So it was after, So they went over there, they talked. And see, what happens is, when we get into situations with any of the artists or anybody, and we got to get involved, and you tell me you ain't going to do something, because I could do what I want to you right here, because you're in New York. I got more than enough people with me to do what I want to do.
Right.
But I'm going to tell you, we good. So meaning, you catch him in Philly, you can't do
you gotta
nothing
honor
to him.
that. Yeah.
Right.
Because we had you, we could have did what we want right here, but we ain't do that. We honorable, we kept what it was, and we let it move. So that's all I'm trying to tell you is that he go over there and y'all catch him over there, it can't be no different. You know,
Right.
So it all worked out. It worked out.
Nah, I love that, man. I see them, doing shows together and shit like that.
Yeah, they good.
Yeah. Imagine you, Dame, and Irv at the highlight actually got together and formed something. Like that would have been, because you know why? Let me just tell you something. I believe 90% of the artists listens to you. 95% of the artists listen to you. And the other 5% that I believe Irv and Dame would have had that. I believe the whole industry would have followed y'all.
100%. 100%.
What made y'all not do that? Do something like that? Like, cause y'all always cool.
Yeah, we never really, we never really had problems with people. We more like, it's all about the youth for us, and trying to help them to be able to be better men and make money legally without having to do the things we had to do to get there. Right. So everybody not gonna make it there, because that's just the way it go. So it was just something for us to do to help them, to point them in the right direction, so they're still around to this day. Because you don't do you don't set them up right, they're gonna go to crash or go to jail. They get locked up for little things here and there, maybe get caught with a gun or shit like that. But they ain't criminals. They're not murderers or drug dealers. They just confused kids trying to be something they're not.
Right.
Well, Irv did try to do something similar.
Yeah, but that was with Jay Prince and Suge Knight.
Right.
Which was kind of far-fetched because
they wanted to build their own distribution network.
Yeah, but
they was trying to do that.
But what I'm saying is, if Dame, Irv, and D and Y would have got together, that was all New York, right? It would have been a much easier process for it to happen. That's the reason why, you know what I mean?
Right.
I always think like that, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And like I said, like all the artists listen to y'all, like, you know what I mean? But before we move on, I want you to know, man, our show is about giving people their flowers where they can smell them, their thoughts where they can tell them, their drinks where they can drink them, their cups where they can think of. We want to give you your flowers right now, D. You know what I'm saying? Word up.
You're going to do it the first time.
Yeah. You didn't have it the first time.
My man Lee, I got my man Lee right here.
And Lee got the original Ruff Ryders jersey on. DMX signature on there. Let's make it noise for Lee.
You better frame that. Stop learning it, Lee.
And that shit is mad big on you. That was the baggy suit days.
He was bigger back then. He was a little bigger back then. I'm over here making sure Lee over here working out. Make sure you ain't using nothing than working out, baby. No, nothing else.
So,
but hold the first time you ever came across X, what was that experience?
That was the first time I met X was on 125th Street. And my brother already probably was dealing with him a little bit, but I was out of town, so I came back in.
Was Copeland's there on 125th? Copeland's? Okay. You know I'm gonna let
you fucking into him. How you get that? He's sharp. Yes. Do your homework. You ain't doing this for nothing. You're doing your fucking homework.
But that's the first time you met him? Because, so where was y'all at? What y'all doing?
We was there, and I wasn't really into rap and music like that. So, I was like, all right, I'll go here. So when I first heard him, the first time I heard him, I was like, when I heard him, I was like, he's special.
Right.
That was it.
You just knew it off
right away.
Right.
He's special.
Right, he's different.
No, it wasn't no. He's special. That's all I could say after that. And it was from that point on. Whenever they had to do something with him, I was all the way in.
Right. So I want to say something because I watched you on the Real Report with Uncle Murder and Yayo. And they asked you a question. They was like, yo, did the X really used to have dogs in the studio? Now, he said his first time he met DMX, this is real talk. It's the first time I ever met DMX. We're in Battery Studios.
Yeah.
We're in Battery Studios. I believe it was on 23rd Street.
Downtown, yeah.
Downtown, right? Boom. So I walk in, no one knows who I am and no one knows who X is, but we're coming up. We're coming up. We're both. He's in one side of the studio, we're on the other side of the studio. I'm with Jungle. X dog comes in. Jungle scares him. Does some shit, and the dog runs out.
This is Nas's brother for anybody who doesn't know.
Yeah, it's Nas's brother. So the dog runs out. The dog went and got X. He went and got X. He said,
let him know.
Yo, somebody just barked at me. And X walked in, I swear to God, I cannot make this shit up. He walked in the studio and was like, y'all don't like dogs? And I flipped. I was like, yo, he told you that? how do you know that? Like, there was no human being that left the studio. The dog, it was just the dog. And the dog, and that's what I said the same shit you said. I said, this guy, I didn't hear him rhyme. I didn't hear him. Yeah. I didn't hear him perform. I didn't hear him do nothing but just say, "You guys don't like dogs." The dog went and told him. It told him and said, "Yo, these guys don't like dogs." And X came in. That's my first time ever met me in DMX. That is a real dog right there. That is a real dog.
That's the dog.
Yes.
That's the dog.
So, you know, X came to my house. You know, I got a dog this size. It's a teacup Yorkie, and X said, I said, yo, you want me to make your dog mean? I said, how you could do that, X? What are you talking about? Like, my dog is this big, and X started growling at him. I never even knew my dog was tough. My dog's like, he's this small. I said, how the fuck you turn my teacup Yorkie to a pit bull? Let's make some noise for X. Nah, but all right, so, all right, Ruff Ryders, y'all got one of the illest label deals. For lack of a better term, I believe Jimmy Iovine was like the streets whisperer.
Right.
Like, he had Suge Knight, he had you,
Dre,
he had Dr. Dre, he had
rivals on the.
Yo, like, how? Because I mean, for me, y'all being on Def Jam with X and then selling, the amount of records that y'all sold, I believe it was like 10 million or something like that, the first album. And I believe, 5 million the first album and 5 million the second album, right? That's when it make it 10, right? But now this is like, even though Def Jam is the big league, we all know that under that Universal umbrella, Interscope is like the big dog. Like, you know what I mean? It's Universal, even though Universal, it's named Universal. Universal had cash money. But when you go to that Interscope building, that budget is wide open. Yeah. So let me ask you, because the Interscope deal was a label deal, right?
Right.
Okay, so because you got X at Def Jam, right. He just did what he did. Now, how does this work? Jimmy Iovine approaches you and say, "Man, let me take everybody else."
He wanted to. When we first got with Jimmy, this is how we got with Jimmy. What happened was, we wasn't even with Jimmy yet, but what happened was he had Eve. Dre had Eve over there in
the aftermath.
Right? So they had her. So X came back from Cali and was like, "Yo, I got this girl, boom, 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 bing." I was like, "All right, send her over here." So he sent her, and we was working with her. I was like, "She kind of nice."
Right.
So we had to go through Jimmy and Iovine to get Eve. Because Aftermath had it, but they couldn't do nothing with it. Like,
But y'all was already negotiating the Interscope deal? Or y'all was already...
It feels like he's saying this is how it leads up to it.
Oh, this leads up to it? Okay.
So we met them through that situation first, and we got out of that situation, and they really couldn't do nothing with X at that moment. But the first time we went to Cali, though, that was secondary, but the first time we went to Cali is that Suge flew us out there to sign X. He wanted to sign X.
No, I never heard of this story. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me sit down. Tight. Hold on.
This is before Def Jam, then.
Yeah.
Okay, we gotta hear this.
Suge flew us out there.
I never heard that.
He did have Pac. Because I remember when in the picture, I seen the picture, Pac was in the picture. It was me, Pac, my brother, Suge, and whoever else. We was over
There's
there.
A picture with
I ain't gonna lie. I remember X. I remember X said this. I remember
that picture?
And Boondo's in the picture too.
Yeah,
we gotta show the picture.
Yeah, Boondo's in the picture.
I ain't gonna lie. I remember X saying this story
Boondo's
slightly
in the
on
picture.
Drink Camps. But go ahead, continue. So Suge flew y'all out there.
Yep.
Okay.
First time I've been to Cali, right there.
And then y'all met at Interscope, or no?
We met outside at the La Park.
Okay. La Park Meridian?
You know.
Okay. All right. So hold on. Okay. How did Suge hear about X? He had Underground Records?
Word of mouth, different people talking.
Wow.
You know, what happened was, Suge, he's from the street, he do what he do, and I'm still good with Suge. And some people could throw certain things and do things, and, if they could take your people, they'd do it, but that probably... We was clear that probably not going to be the thing over here,
right?
Because it ain't no, just kind of like taking and not doing the right thing with it. So if you ain't gonna do the right thing, then don't do nothing.
Right.
So I ain't gonna do the right thing. So he did the right thing, not doing nothing.
Wow. Wow.
So we just able to go back and we figure it out as we go. But he did fly us out there the first time to Cali with X to see if he can get him, but it didn't work out, so it was all good.
Man, could you imagine that alternative reality though, where X is at death row?
Yeah, that's because I'm asking. That's because what part of Sugar is this? Is this when Aftermath is popping or
no? This is Death Row.
This is Death Row.
No,
oh
he wasn't a part of Aftermath. Remember, Aftermath is when Dre leaves Death Row.
No, that's what I'm saying. Didn't he have another label after Aftermath, or he stuck with Death Row?
Who, Dre?
Yeah. No, Suge.
No, Suge is just Death Row and Dre is just Aftermath.
Okay, all right.
Remember, Dre left Death Row, created Aftermath.
Right.
And then Suge stayed with it. And then that's when Pac went over. Well, Pac went over that's when Dre left.
Right. It was all inner school. That's Jimmy.
Yeah, that's what.
It was all Jimmy.
So that's the first time you went to Cali.
That's the first time I flew
The second
to Cali.
time, the second time is when you meet Eve. You said, or no?
No, Eve came to New York.
Okay.
She was in Cali already with Dre and them, trying to figure out her album and her situation with Dre and them. But X must have went over there and ran into her. He flew back and told us about Eve.
Right. And then, so then how do y'all make this deal happen?
Well, what we did was, I spoke to Jimmy. We went back and forth, and he was like, all right, because Dre couldn't do nothing with him.
Right.
With Eve, it wasn't working out, whatever it was.
Right.
So he was like, all right, we could, we'll do it. We'll give you a deal, and you can work the Eve project. So we took that. Well, I think we had 3 deals, 3 situations, but she was one of them.
Jada was one of them?
No, it probably was Eve.
Was it Ruff Ryder compilation? Compilation, okay.
Or compilation, something else, but it was still, those are the things, but we was able to break her on a compilation, so it's easy to get a compilation.
Right.
So you can break different artists on it, and whoever, that's who you grab. So you don't got to get a bunch of budget. You can have one compilation, put everybody on it.
Oh,
and let the star rise out of that.
Yeah, that's how whoever rises out of there, that's who you pull.
All right. Has there ever been an artist that you worked with that you felt like had all the talent, but just didn't have the dots just didn't connect?
Didn't come across.
You know what? I didn't have them, but I had a lot of people, but I didn't sign them, but I had them enough because Mace used to be up on. I had Mace,
wow,
the Locks,
wow,
X, Eve,
wow,
Swizz,
wow,
PK, Grease. Wow. So I had all them.
Wow.
So we had a little bit of everybody, but. We didn't have Big Al, but my brother...
That would have been crazy.
My brother used to handle him, but we didn't have him personally. I didn't really get a chance to work with Big Al. But he's from Harlem. So all the other ones I had, but Mace is from the same block, Cam is from the same block. Right. They all from 40th and 139 in that area. So they all, I had run-ins with all of them.
Wow. And Drag On too, right?
Drag is from
Shout
the
out
Bronx.
to Drag On.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drag is from the BX. He's good.
All right. So,
and who you guys had a Southern artist? What was it? Young One?
Young One.
Dope too.
Young One was good too.
Yeah.
He's from Atlanta.
Yeah.
But what happened was we had him for a little bit. I don't think we really signed him, but he used to be working with us. So what happened was when time was going on, we had too many artists at the time, so we couldn't really sign that many more people. We had 5 already.
Right.
So whoever we had left over, I would say, here. I gave him to my nephew Swizz. I was like, here, you take him. He take him, and he took Young One over there, and they went to did a deal somewhere with Clive Davis.
Clive Davis. Yep. Yeah. So
Cassidy too.
Let me ask you about that because in 1997 I recorded a record called Banned from TV, right? Me, the Locks is on, Styles and Kisses on there, Nature, Cam, and me, right? It's my record, right? And Big Pun.
Right.
At the time, we was searching for beats, and I believe Swizz was working with X, but I believe I was the first person to work outside of Ruff Ryders with Swizz.
Right.
And I remember I was like, yo, so what's the producer's name? And they just kept saying, man, it's Dee's nephew. Do you remember the period where like Swizz didn't even have a name? Like they used to call him Dee's nephew. And I called him D nephew at one point. I was like, D nephew. He's like, man, my name is Swizz. I was like, oh shit.
Dee's nephew.
How did you know that you because working with family is good sometimes and working with family is horrible sometimes. How did you know that your nephew was gonna be one of the biggest producers of all time?
I didn't know he was going to be big.
Did?
You can't predict how somebody's going to be big.
That's
you got to put the work in,
Right.
You can't never predict somebody gonna be big. You just gotta believe in them and just keep pushing them until they get big. Some people make it, some people don't. He just happened to make it because, you know, we kept a tight grip on him from a little kid, so he was always here. He know not smoking weed, drinking that. We don't need you to focus on that. Focus on that.
Right.
So he would. He used to live with me. He was in Atlanta first.
Yep.
Then he flew back.
Yep.
He stayed with me. So I lived not too far from the studio, which is probably a couple of, maybe like 4 miles away from the house. So I said, all right, go to the studio. You know, we had a studio in Yonkers. So he'd go to the studio, and every day he would come back the next day, and I'd be like, all right, here, listen to these beats. He had 25 brand new beats. That's not it. That's not it. That's not it. But probably forever. And then after a minute, he got it. Something clicked, and he got it.
Yeah.
So I started using his beats because he had it. But on the takeover, it took a little bit for him to get it, but he got it eventually.
You know what I said notice about Swizz was the perfect mixture of him. Like, he had the Bronx, obviously.
There you go.
Then he had Atlanta, but then he had like some dance hall. Like, you could tell, like, he had like some type of Jamaican or some type of Caribbean vibe with him, like, because
because he's from the Bronx. You know, you're on Boston Road. There ain't nothing but Jamaicans over there. So
I didn't even know
from the
that.
Bronx, Jamaican,
Like,
Caribbean.
it makes more sense.
There you go.
Yeah, so I didn't even know that. I just knew
from Boston Road.
because like when I used to work with him early on, like, you know, people knew who I was, but people didn't know who I was. So he would like grab like records and be like, yo, come with me to the club. And we would sneak in the club, just me and him.
Right.
And like he would play the record, and no one knows it's us.
Right.
And he'll play the record, and he'll see how the people will react. And he'd be like, this ain't it. And I'm like, oh shit. Like, we just like, and then we'll go to the club the next day, and then he'd be like, yo, this is, and then he'd see people like, and then he's like, now we got it, N.O.R.E. And I'm like, I never knew this type of shit. Like, I've never done that with no other producer to this day. I don't even know if Swizz even knows that. Like, he makes a noise to Swizz. I never producer, and you see what they doing with verses.
Right.
Like, I think that he's like a venture capitalist. He doesn't even show up no more. Like,
he got the formula. Once you got the formula, you're pretty good. You'll see it.
We're gonna play our game, and you can get a designated drinker if you want. Yes.
Where you at? He like to drink. Hey,
Okay.
drink this for me.
Put up
My man.
Give him a chair here.
As a black cowboy from Harlem, goddamn, make some noise. Oh shit!
Yeah, I had to bring
okay,
one.
hell yeah. Hell yeah, block talk. We're gonna get into block talk. Hell yeah,
appreciate that.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, we're gonna get into block talk.
You can sit right here.
I do.
Lee, we don't got another chair?
Please.
Lee. Oh, you got the big boy chair.
All right, we're gonna give you guys. We're gonna give you, and then you're gonna drink with us.
Yeah.
We're gonna give you two choices. If you pick one, we don't drink.
If you pick the right one?
It's really whatever up to you.
Okay.
Whoever you pick. But if you pick one of the two, we don't drink. But if you say both or neither, like you really don't want to answer, you like both of them, you don't like both of them, then we all drink. But we drinking really.
He drinks when he drink.
When you say both or neither.
Right.
So if you don't pick one, we drinking.
All right.
And this is really just to bring up names and stories. It's not really to pit anybody against each other.
Have fun, yeah.
So first one is rest in peace to both DMX, Biggie.
Which one I like the best?
Yeah.
Your criteria.
Yeah.
Don't talk crazy to me, man.
Well, whoever you like better.
We need Earl.
That's like this. That's insane. You think I'm gonna say I'm an honorable guy? Look, I stand strong here.
Yeah.
No way I can say anybody but X. Even though Big is good,
Yes,
that's my boy. I gotta say it.
And what's the Ruff Ryders sign? How you ever throw it up? Okay, all right, cool. Shit, I could never get it.
That's crazy. But X,
Okay.
of course,
All
1,000%.
right, rest in peace to both. Styles.
Yeah.
Styles.
By the way, this is Mr. Lee who writes the questions. So just in case,
Mr. Lee
in case you want to be mad at anybody, where Mr. Lee at? Where he went to get coffee?
That's our brother.
Yeah, he's crazy.
my
So he's
boy.
setting you up.
Yeah, this is-
I see. He was up all night for this.
That nigga right there.
He was up all night.
All right, Styles
That's elite,
P.
though.
Styles P or Jadakiss?
Whoa.
That's nasty. Both.
Yeah. Okay, you got the killer. Right on time.
Let's get him a
Put him
shot.
over there.
Thank you.
Is that the George Clooney shit? He sold
He
it?
sold it for like 300 mil or something crazy.
God.
Bread already. He's good.
Yeah. Oh, God damn it.
Thank you.
What'd she say?
Water, please.
Okay.
Oh, cheers.
Salud.
There you go. Cheers.
All right. Go ahead. You can get this one.
Oh, you got a drink when I say both?
Yeah, but you say
Yeah.
both.
One, pick one of these niggas. I might have to pick it.
I feel like you're going to ride out on the horse anyway. It's like, hey, that's not called drunk driving. That's not drunk driving.
I got it all.
The horse is sober. Yeah, the horse is sober.
Exactly. I'm gonna pick anybody now. Now he might like it. He might want to.
Yeah.
Do it.
All right. Infrared or cross?
Infrared across. I would say Inf as far as rapping wise. Inf is more. Inf. They both more good, but Inf is a writer. Cross is a rapper. So Inf is still. Inf is the one that wrote. For Fat Joe.
Yeah.
All
What's
the
that?
way up, right?
All the way
Yeah.
up. Yeah. So Inf is more of a writer, music wise.
All right. Drag On or Memphis Bleak?
I gotta say, drag, man. I ain't never going against nobody. You wasting your time asking me questions about any nigga I'm good with. You can
I
answer
love that. I love that.
Rockefeller or Cash Money?
Both.
Okay.
All right. Cheers. Jay-Z or Nas?
I gotta say both. Yeah,
Might as well just leave him the bottle of anything so he can pour it.
Oh, she got it.
I mean, she gonna keep coming back and forth.
Yeah.
Give my nigga the bottle. We ain't got I got the fucking bottle.
Y'all on vacation anyway. Come on, goddamn. Come on, goddamn. Whenever you leave New York, it's vacation.
Yeah,
It doesn't
vacation.
matter.
Look, yes,
You
yes.
can go to Philadelphia. It's still on
We're on
vacation.
vacation, man. Baby, work with
Once
me.
you leave New York.
Eve or Missy?
Ooh.
Eve, I just told you.
Yeah.
He's gotta talk to Lee.
Yeah, that's Mr. Lee.
Man, you know, let the.
Lee acting right now like he don't know English right now. He's like, I'm speaking.
You know the thing?
He said,
This is a good one. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Dame Grease or PK?
This is a good one.
Dame Grease.
Yo, big up to Dane Grease, man. Look, listen, man. You
You're
don't
a
get
legend,
enough
man.
props. Man, you are a legend.
And Drink Champs alumni.
Drink Chance alumni, and also big up to PK too as well, man.
PK is nice, Dame Grease is nice.
Yes, man. Like both of y'all are on.
But see, Grease
Hero.
came up with us first.
Right.
PK came in later, so we started off with Dame Grease.
Yes. Yes.
But
Vacant
so,
lot. Vacant lot.
Vacant lot. Right there. He from our block on 29. So we started with Dame Grease. So I gotta say Dame Grease and PK, but Dame Grease.
And I love seeing the Grease and French and Max back in the studio together. I love seeing that, man. I love seeing the original get back to originality. Go ahead.
Is Dark and Hell is Hot or Flesh of My Flesh?
I'll go with Dark and Hell is Hot. I did both of them, so I don't say
You can say both.
Did you say the same? Because we're going to pour a shot. You said the same. No, it's Dark and Hell is High. Okay. Yeah, the album changed
Yeah.
life.
Illmatic or Ready to Die?
Ready to Die. I'll go with Ready to Die.
Ready to die.
Murder Inc. or Junior Mafia? That's an interesting matchup.
Murder Inc. or Junior Mafia. I'm gonna have to go with Murder Inc. I know them. I don't know nobody in Junior Mafia like that.
Big L or Big Pun? Rest in peace.
Both.
Salute.
They're both dead.
Yep.
Both.
God bless.
God bless.
God bless.
That's why I said both.
Yep. Cool G Rap or Slick Rick?
Cool G Rap was Slick Rick. For me back then, it'd be Cool G Rap.
Cool G Rap.
I like the Cool G Rap.
Belly or Juice?
Belly. X was in Belly?
Yeah.
Yep.
There you fucking go.
In the tunnel.
But it's funny when you said that. I could imagine X in Juice for some reason. When I know he wasn't, but all of a sudden I could imagine him in Juice.
Nah.
I could imagine him in Juice.
Ruff Ryders Volume 1 or Ruff Ryders Volume 2?
I probably confused him. I don't even remember.
So that's both?
So it's both, and either way we're drinking.
I say both.
All right, let's pull up. Okay, you ask this one.
Swizz Beatz or Timberland? You got to scold Mr. Lee, man.
Man, you know, that's like me asking your mother or your father.
I know the answer.
Look, Swizz is my nephew.
Right.
Crazy.
Right.
What are y'all talking about?
The monster.
Yeah, Swizz, of course. Tim is good too, though. Him and they got chemistry, but
That's your blood. All right.
I gotta go with my blood. You gonna go with your blood, right?
That's right.
Talk to
That's
me.
right.
Absolutely.
That's
Well, you fucking right then.
Absolutely.
Answer that question.
That's easy.
Dumbass question.
Mobb Deep or M.O.P.?
Mobb Deep.
Good. Dre or RZA?
Dre, I did music with Dre. I'm going with people. I work with Dre before me and E. He worked with me with the E project. So I never really worked with RZA. I'm only going by what I work with, not like music wise, but Dre.
Nothing wrong with that.
Heavy D or Biz Markie?
I gotta go with Hev. I know Hev.
Rest in peace to both. NWA or Wu-Tang Clan?
I gotta go with Wu-Tang Clan. I know Wu-Tang. Meth is my man. I just talked to Meth 2 days ago.
All right, N.O.R.E, the last one.
And this is the last one. Let me get back into the interview. Loyalty or respect?
I knew you was gonna ask me that.
Yeah.
Because I just seen you ask me.
Yeah. This is our last one. Yeah.
For me, the life I live, some people can say loyalty, respect. You can't be loyal to something you don't respect. Let's be simple with it.
Mm-hmm.
I don't need your loyalty if you don't respect me. If you respect me, then you can. If you respect me, you can act like you're fucking loyal to me anyway.
Right. I agree.
So I'll take the respect. It's like you being loyal to me, but me telling you fuck you and talking to you crazy.
Right.
Nah. I'll take the respect, and the loyalty comes with that.
Right. Let's make some noise for that. I get some more ice. Now let's talk about block talk. Most unique shit I've ever seen. You right on the block.
Got you. I gave you the joint, baby.
Yeah. You right on the block.
Yeah.
You kicking it. What made you think of something like that? And that's officially a podcast, correct?
Yep. That's
Okay.
a podcast, and I got like 30 episodes.
The dope podcast.
Right.
And it was a blog. My blog I be on, so I go out there and I really do it because I get to let the kids come up and see the artists, and they could just stand there. Everybody could just come out, see different artists, because a lot of people might not have money to go do shows and go to concerts and stuff. So I bring the artists to the block.
That's fire.
So the kids could just sit there, get pictures, and take autographs, and that's it. I mean, that's one of the main reasons I do it, because it's open to the public. Anybody can come walk up and do whatever they want.
Okay. All right. So you received a little backlash like how we received, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna break it down for you.
Yeah.
Whenever artists come on here, like we had Kodak Black.
Mm-hmm.
And Kodak, they said that Kodak was a little high, right? They blamed us. We had Kanye come up here. He wilded out. They blamed us. So you had Baby come to your show.
Yeah.
And people said that Baby was a little high.
I'm gonna say, I can't say if he was high or not because I wasn't there with him.
Right.
So I'll say I'm gonna give him he was tired.
Okay, yeah, there you go. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, but being on the media side, do you see how crazy that is? How a guest could come, it has nothing to do with
Something
you.
out of your hands.
It's out of your hands. They're there on their own, but they blame you for it. Do you see how that shit is?
Yeah, they blame, but I don't even know who's blaming me, and he ain't blaming me to my face. So
Right. Yeah, no. This is gangster types.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I don't know. I never even seen that. I don't even pay attention to shit like that.
Right.
But he was probably tired, because what happened was, I'm gonna say he was tired because they was on tour. He was on tour, and so he happened to come to my block because he was doing something in Jersey. He wasn't far, so he was like, "Yo, I'm gonna come over and do the podcast." He came over to the block, and he did it, and then he went back to the concert. So he probably was tired.
Yeah. And Baby real like that too, man.
Yeah,
Baby real like
Baby,
that.
100% kept it all these years, 20, 30 years, I know him always the same, respect is the same. I'm gonna have to say he tired. I ain't gonna say he tired.
All right, yeah, I respect that. Now, being in this game as long as you've been in, like me, I used to say I don't have regrets, but me, I do. I do see that I could have played certain things better. Is there anything that you wish you would have did that you didn't do?
But in the music,
Yeah.
probably. I don't really know. I don't think about regrets too tough. Most of the things I did, I was able to pick them. You might regret. I don't really have no regrets.
Okay, maybe not regret. Maybe something you wish you would have
done differently.
Yeah, you would have
maybe.
done differently. Maybe not a regret. Yeah.
Yeah, we probably, for me, the main focus was X. I probably would hope I could have gotten some more help with what he was fighting against. So I regret that I wasn't able to do, because he's uncontrollable, but I was not able to weed him in like I would wanted to, because, I talked to him most of the time, all the way to the day he passed. But I regret that he couldn't change his habit or things that he was fighting against, his demons. Regret I couldn't save him from that.
The last 2 weeks of X's life, prior to the last 2 weeks, last 6 weeks, he was living out here. I was with him every day. Like, I seen the difference. Like, I would meet him. He would come on
we
time.
had him on the show.
He would come on time to places. I would be like, X, do you know you got the worst reputation of being late? And he was coming on time.
1000%.
Like, we were like, yo, this is he was something totally.
1000%.
And that episode, he was like, that's the best. He looked so healthy and happy.
He had weight on him.
Yeah, he had weight on him. And what's crazy was he had never met Benny the Butcher. So I had just posted a picture with me and X, and Benny the Butcher had hit me, and he was like, yo, I never met X. I did a song with X. You know what I mean? He's like, is it okay that I pull up on y'all? I was like, yeah.
Right.
And Benny the Butcher pulled up. We all got pictures. We all did that. But then it was crazy because I think of the next week after that, X was like, yo, I'm going to Atlanta. And we was having so much fun, like Lee said. It was 6 weeks leading up to that. We was together every day. So I was like having so much fun. It's like your friend going to summer camp or something. I wanted to be like, yo, chill, man. I wanted to be like, nah, man, don't go nowhere. Like, chill.
Let's hang out.
This is a grown man. Like, and then he went to Atlanta, and then that's when he went to New York. And there was something about him going to New York. So let me flip and bounce it.
He wanted to go to New York.
Yep, he was saying that to me. Yep.
Yeah.
So let me flip and bounce it, right? N.O.R.E, who also passed away, God bless the dead, rest in peace, and rest in peace X as well. But it was a time where X was in the hospital, right? And N.O.R.E sent out a tweet or something, and there was rumors like all of y'all was mad at him because he had like over preached his ground. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I think I remember. Yeah, N.O.R.E probably spoke. I think he spoke a little bit ahead of the situation that we was going through with X. He probably spoke before we was wanting people to know what was going on.
Before the family was ready.
Yeah. So I remember that.
Right. And you ever got to work that out with N.O.R.E?
Yeah, that's you make mistakes there. It's not like he's doing it intentionally.
Right.
Some people that's just what they do. He was grieving too as well. Him and X was close.
Right.
Just talking about it.
How was the dynamic as X as an artist and you guys being the label trying to put out these projects? Like, I would imagine you guys would clash a lot, or would you not?
Clash with who?
With X. Like, trying to get things done.
Every day.
So it's like it's hard to understand how y'all even got things done.
I'm gonna tell you how you got what they done. That's a good question.
Mm-hmm,
This is the trickiest. Remember I told you he had a selective memory.
Right.
So I paid him for songs probably 4 years before we even did music. We didn't even know about music deals and none of that. He was just
Right.
on the block. We was out there hustling, doing what we do, but he would bring me rhymes all the time. And as long as you can remember a bar or two, not you
He'll
gotta know the
remember it.
whole song.
Yeah.
Just say da 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 da. I'd be like, you remember that song? You'd be like, yeah, I remember the song. But I say this whole song. He say the whole song. Go in the booth and lay it. That's how I was getting the songs. He already had them in his head already. He might write once in a blue or song, but most of the rhymes he wouldn't know off the top of his head. If I just tell him a part of the rhyme, he could say the whole rhyme after that. So that's how I was able to get 2 albums in 1 year. Because he had the rhymes already. I was just say that rhyme right there. He just say it.
Did y'all ever get to the point where y'all like, I can't do this anymore?
With what?
With X, like working with him?
With each other?
Never. I mean, X wasn't no problem for us, you know what I'm saying? We just was trying to save him. And
Like, you know,
help
he
him.
had the problem.
Yeah, he was the
Right.
problem. We ain't the problem. We just had to save him. It was complicated. He didn't really worry about, he wasn't stuck on material stuff.
Right.
Any fame, he ain't care about none of that.
No, none of
He'd be
that.
like, I'd be like, yo, we gotta go to Grammys. He's like, yeah, I'll talk to them. And he'd be way over there and you gotta find him and he probably missed the Grammy, what, twice? He missed the Grammy twice?
And MTV Awards. I was
Yeah,
with him.
MTV,
I was
yeah.
with him.
He'd be out there
I
flying
had to
planes.
admit that.
And his MTV getting awards, he's out there flying planes. He wasn't that type of person that
Right.
cared about the fame, you know what I'm saying? He didn't
I was in the weed spot with him, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Listen, I don't know if I ever admitted
See,
this
look,
shit.
who you gotta
I don't
blame
know.
right now?
No.
Yeah,
He was there already.
Yeah.
He was there already. I
He
went.
might stay longer with you.
He definitely did. He did. But I went and I was like, I was just talking to him, and then I realized, or the TV flashed, and it was like MTV Awards, DMX, and I'm looking like, wait a minute, nigga, you supposed to be in the MTV Awards? He's like, aren't you supposed to be there? I'm like, no, nigga, I'm not nominated for shit. They want me in the crowd, like to be a seat filler, like you're nominated. Like he didn't give a fuck, bro.
Yeah,
he didn't give a fuck. It was a weed spot right around K. Slay's house, yo. I swear to God, Spanish Harlem. Word up.
100%.
But what I don't know, people don't like to do the what ifs or whatever, but let's just for lack of a better term, do you think X can survive in this day and time, in this music, in this climate?
I mean, he's a true artist, so, you know, these people, most is not true artists, you know, they get a good song and they make it from there. It's not like, you know, he was able to deliver albums. See, you don't got to deliver, we had to give up 15, 16 songs per album and skits. That's 18 songs. You know, he had to do all that. So he'd probably be able to make it because what you got to deliver for an album right now? 10 songs? 8 songs? Yeah.
10 2-minute, 30-second songs too at that.
No, he could.
Yeah.
One album is 2 albums for us back then.
Yeah, yeah.
And he probably would have just been doing fine just performing the music that he already had, the catalog,
Yeah.
doing festivals.
Yeah.
Because his performances were crazy. He was he's by himself on stage.
Well, but that was one of his strongest points, is
Right.
that his performance, like he said, was he didn't need nobody on the stage with him. It was his energy and his love for it and passion for the music and the crowd. So he just knew how to do that. He mastered that already.
Okay, so I'm bouncing around a little bit, right? Again, how much do you think? Because like obviously, Ruff Ryders, we didn't know that it was named after Black Cowboys, right? We didn't know that, right? We thought it was just, you know, rough people and, you know, riders, right? But then Eve comes and it brings like so I don't want to say softens y'all up because it doesn't, but it brings a different caliber of people because after all, she's a pit bull in a skirt, but she is in a skirt and she's is a female.
Right.
So it brings a different audience.
Right.
Especially with the Gwen Stefani, it like kind of like brought that commercial edge to it. Did the company change because of that?
No.
No?
She's a girl, a pit bull in a skirt.
Yeah.
She's still a dog now. She's
Right.
one of the boys. She's just a girl. We didn't treat her no different, you know. She just was able. Some people are able to blend in with the guys and and get along with all the guys, and it don't really bother us. So she was kind of rough. She come from Philly.
Yep.
You know, they kind of rough over there as well. So she felt in place. She was good.
I met her early when she was down with Dre. I did a record with her. Her name was Eve of Destruction.
There you go.
It was Eve of Destruction, and I did a record for her. It was crazy because now that I just did a record with Dre, I believe one of Dre's people hit me, and that's why Sadiq. And then we connected, and I flew to. I'm not flew to Philly. I drove to Philly, and I did a record with her. But this before. But all right, boom. We got Scarlett right now, right?
Yeah, we got Scarlett right now. I'm working on her project now. We're working on putting her album out now. So we're working on Scar's good. She's serious.
She belongs in the 90s so bad, man. Like, yo, when I hear her, I be like, yo, she belongs in our era. Like, if you could just rewind time, because she's so hard, I'm afraid.
She's in the 90s, yeah.
She like belonged in our era. Like, you ever got to hear her?
Nah.
Like, she's like, wow. And she's like,
that.
I love it. I love it. Like, I'm just, this era is so moist.
Right.
And so moistenites. Fake. You know what I'm saying? That I don't understand. Like she's so real. It's like, damn. Like you know what I mean? Like she need help. You need more real artists to come out because she's so dope. But like, you know what I mean? Like I just feel like this era is so soft. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you know what her favorite artist is X. Like
get out of here. I can tell that though.
So if you listen to her, she sound a picture off from X. Like
right,
her energy, her delivery. Is her idol artist is actually.
Wait, you're talking about Scarlett?
Yeah, Scarlett. Yeah.
I think it's Scarlett. Of course, we've heard of Scarlett, bro.
Yeah, Scarlett. Yeah,
she's off the chain. Yeah, man. We did the. Well, no, did you do the monster thing? We did. We did a monster.
Yeah, we did a monster thing.
No, she's dope. Every time you said Scarlett, I thought of Scarlett that you worked with.
No, Scarlett. Yeah,
Scarlett.
Like, yeah. She signed
No,
up.
she's dope.
You didn't know she was signed to them?
No, I do.
Okay.
Yeah.
I just talked to her before I got here. I just called her.
Yeah, I don't see her as to me, she's already established in my mind because she's been
She
doing
got
it.
the underground. She got the underground. She got she don't need no help on the underground. You know what I mean? But you know, that overall, because it's like in these days, like, you know, crazy shit is like us speaking about X, like I've never seen X like do something that didn't look like X, but in this day and time, you have to like do something. Like even with the locks, like I didn't know the shiny suits was bad. Like until they no, I didn't know it. I didn't know. Like I saw the shiny suit. I wanted a shiny suit. No, I did.
The rest of us did. We didn't like it.
I didn't get one, but I'm just saying.
I'll take it.
Yeah, but
which I want to get into that campaign about Free the Locks. Like to me, that's a historic campaign. I know you talked about it a lot, but I mean, I want to just go over it again because I think it's a part of hip hop history at this point
100%.
to get them off the label. And Bad Boy was a strong label at that time. Puff is a strong force. Right. How did that all?
Everybody's running to Bad Boy. They running to get out of Bad Boy.
How does that whole thing work? Like what happens there?
See, they were signed to Bad Boys at that time.
Right.
So they wanted to get out. They didn't want to be there no longer.
And did you sign them to Bad Boy, or they were signed to Bad Boy?
They were signed to Bad Boys. I had management. Remember I told you?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
So they wound up getting a deal with Bad Boy. They got a deal with Bad Boy, and Mace got a deal with Bad Boy. But then they wanted off, and Mace wanted to stay, you know, because he's good with the shiny shoes. You know,
right.
He was good. They wasn't comfortable.
Yeah, these guys were called the Warlocks.
Yeah, we at war.
Right.
You know, so they wanted out. You know, Puff is pretty firm on not letting nobody out without getting his money or certain things.
Right.
So he you know, he don't really let too many people out of the contract. You just sit there and you'll just burn and
shelf you.
Yeah, you're gonna shelf it out, but don't worry about it. We'll come back and get you later, 10 years from now.
Right.
But I had a relationship with Puff, and this is where the relationship. So I didn't even know this. So Puff's father and my father were best friends.
Get out of here.
So they grew up in Patterson in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. So they from Patterson Projects. So my pops called me and was like, hey, you know, tell Papa and Boom I want to sit down and talk to him. Tell him about his father because his father had got killed.
Right.
So
his father was a street dude.
Yeah. His pops was a hustler doing boom, and they wound up murdering him. And my pops told me he wanted to speak to him, and that was his friend's son. So I was like, okay. And then me and him got close after that, and I was look after Puff, make sure he's good and everything. So Puff is really family, technically.
Right.
In that way.
Didn't you have Mace and you gave it to Mace that Puff wanted the lots and you said, no, take this artist and let me, DMX he wanted?
Yeah.
Something like that. And Mace, you gave him Mace?
I gave him, you know what? I don't even think I had Mace signed. I think we just had him with us. They all used to be in the studio with us. So we had the influence to get him signed and whatever. We could have signed him. I said, you know what? I don't really know the business like that. We just trying to figure it out. You know what? Here, take them and I'll manage them and then I'll learn the business as I'm going. Right. So I was able to go on tour, do everything. So when I did get a deal for X, I already knew how to do everything. Mm-hmm. You know, if I would have took him, I wouldn't have got him as far as Puff got him.
But still staying on the Locks campaign, you had the relationship with Puff, but that campaign still went down. It was saying free the Locks.
Yeah.
I'm sure Puff didn't like the campaign.
Yeah, I mean, I can't do that's business.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I can't tell them not to do what they did.
So they did it. That was their campaign.
Yeah, I mean, if that's what they want to do and that's going to help them get it is. See, me and Puff is good. Me and Puff business ain't good.
Right.
We good. The business is not good because it ain't just him.
Like it's just business.
Involved.
It's not personal.
Yeah, it's other people involved. Puff ain't the only one making these decisions.
Right.
He look like he is, but it's 2-3 people over there telling him do this, and so they got to do what they got to do to get where they got to go. I can't tell them don't fight back.
Right.
I got to do whatever you got to do. Let's do whatever it's going to take to get them to move and get you off this and get to a better place. That's what we're going to do. So it worked.
Got it. That's dope.
Man, that was a time, boy.
That was
everyone
incredible
had
time.
free the lock shirt.
Yeah.
And then did he actually let them go?
Yeah.
Like
absolutely. He didn't let them go without the money.
So it wasn't free.
No, you ain't walking out the door. It's not like you walking out the door and you're good. No, nigga. I'm gonna let them go. So I was like, all right. So he said, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna let them go. Then when people say I'm gonna let them go, and you just listen, I'm gonna let them go. But the but is what you want to hear. You don't want to hear. Don't worry about that. Let them go. You want to hear the but.
Right.
But I got to get compensated, so I had to give him $3 million to get him out.
Damn, I don't think we knew that part of the story.
No, I didn't know that part of the story. So damn, and then Jay erased X contract, right?
Yep, Jay did an honorable move, and a lot of these things was relationship wise. It was nothing to do with the artists. It was probably the relationship I had with them. Me and Hov was good. We had a good rapport. Him and X really probably never even talked, but me and him had a good rapport. And I asked him, X was up there. Remember he was the president at Def Jam for a little bit.
Yeah, I was up
X
there.
was there. So he wanted to get out of there. He probably was in a hole for like $8 million or $4 million, whatever it was. But he was in a big hole over there. So I went up there and I spoke to him one day and I was like, need you to do me a favor. X don't want to be here no more. He's not comfortable. He prefer to see if he can just go somewhere else. And he's like, all right, let me think about it. Call him back another time. He called back. He's like, all right, I know what to do. I'm gonna let him go. I'm gonna wipe out the whole debt. He let him go and didn't have to pay nothing.
Wow.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's dope. Let's make some noise.
You gotta give Hov his props on that. I don't know nothing else what Hov's doing, but I know that move right there was a good move that I gotta always respect him for 1,000%.
Right. So while we're in this subject, I was mentioning earlier, like me as a person, I worked with y'all, but I was never like directly under a Ruff Ryders or Rockefeller or whatever. But I know that when y'all was in power, when black CEOs, I would like to say that black CEOs, you, Dame, Irv, Jay Prince, Suge, like when y'all was at the forefront, the music business seems a lot better.
Right.
It seems a lot better when we have our people representing our people.
100%.
Do you, because like since the I don't, what is it called? The missing version of the street CEO. What's my man name? Riggs Morales. Like Sam Cresco. Like certain people, Mike Kaiser even. Like, you know what I mean? Like all of these CEOs is gone, and now it's like the industry is disposable music. Do you think that was like purposely done?
It's like no more hip hop CEOs. No more hip hop.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to say. Yes.
I think when I look at it, because I've seen the transition from from here, the corporate taking over, not the streets. So most of the people was from the streets that was doing it before. Then they put corporate people to do it, and they don't know nothing about the music nor the culture. They're just getting jobs and checks. They don't know how to work with the artists, and then so now they banking on a one-hit wonder. If they get a lucky song, or maybe they. Before we had to work this whole project all the way through
From the streets.
Yeah, from the streets.
Start from the streets,
Yeah,
right.
So we know where we're going from here to there. We do 15 songs. We pick 3 singles that we know we can bet our money on, and that now you ain't gotta do that. You know, they hoping they get 1 single and they good. They're trying to get more money than having to spend. You know, because they were spending a lot of money back then, but they might not recoup because the artists might not sell.
Right.
So they found out a way to get around spending a lot of money. That's all it was.
Cause I remember like
And let's not forget, right now also the tech companies are like the record labels.
Right.
Yeah,
All
the venture
apps
capital.
and social media. No,
Yeah.
but I'm saying like all the social media or the Spotify's, it's all social media.
Right,
Really, when
social
at the end of the day,
media.
so streaming and whether it be Spotify and Instagram, it's really all the same shit. It's all
Right.
connected, you know.
Right.
yeah, that's fucked up. That's fucked up. But do you think getting rid of the black CEO was a purpose thing? I'm sorry to ask you the question in a different way, but you think that was done on purpose or it's just evolution?
They really can't get rid of us. You know, they just
Right.
make it difficult for you.
Yeah.
So you can't get to certain where they put up roadblocks and make it difficult. And you know, you are who you are. You know, I'm a CEO. I'm gonna be that until I say I don't want to be that. They can't stop me from being that, but they can make it hard for you. And then what they did was just change the game. They started
That's
making
what they
things
did.
difficult for you, the artists, and everybody else. And they just knew that because they wanted to keep a grip on it. Because before they didn't have a grip because they had to pay us. See, before they had to pay, we saw X, Y, and Z. Boom, boom. We need 20 million. They got to pay you that for the next situation because you understood the business now.
Right.
So they had to figure out how can we do. So that's when they said, you know what? You got to remember when they did this. Say, because we was from New York and we were selling at the time the most and we was making the most money. They knew that we understood the business after a while. So they couldn't give us a check for $1 million. They know we need 10 million because we know the numbers now. We know the numbers, we understand. So they said, you know what? Let's put them on freeze. Don't give them no work for a minute. They put New York on freeze and we wasn't able to do things. They went to the South and went over there and started bringing in a lot of South artists and different things and making it easier because they was just wanting to get in the game so they can cut them short and give them peanuts instead of giving us. They take that 10 million they were supposed to get us and probably could do half of the South. There wasn't no problem because they was just wanted to get in the game. And that's how they switched it because they froze a lot of New York artists for a minute.
Makes a lot of sense. So, okay, what the fuck I'm about to say? Okay, you got something, E? I forgot what I'm about to say. I want to remember it.
The story about the J store on the 5th.
Oh, what, the J and DMX battle?
No, J, the store. The store.
I know what I was about to say. Hold on. Remember that. You was around during the greatest time of hip hop, and now you I don't know if you cut on your social media. Now when you cut on your social media, you see Dame dissing Jay. Like never in a million years. Like I still think this is AI.
That's crazy.
I still think like somebody's gonna come out and be like, "Hey, I was fooling y'all this whole time."
Yeah.
Like I still feel like that because I just can't believe it. Like, and I remember them three
Biggs.
being inseparable. Biggs, Dave,
Yep.
and I'm gonna tell you something, and I've probably never said this. You know, I asked a couple of times. Biggs managed Drink Champs. So, you know what I mean? And I've asked Biggs, and I've asked Jay like a few times that I've been around them, and they have nothing bad to say about Dame. I swear to God, they do not say nothing bad about him, bro. I swear to God. But in a million years, did you ever think that you would have to put on your phone and see that Dame Dash is dissing Jay?
Nah, they remember, like you said, they was close. They was Dame and Biggs, and they was a team. So, people get older, they grow up, and things happen. So, Hov went this way, Dame went that way, Biggs went whatever way he went, but they're still probably good. But in the eyes of the people, it's social media. So like you
Mm-hmm.
said, they can make a lot of things and say things. I think Dame is doing it for attention and different things. I don't think he mean. It's not like I hate you.
Right.
It's just, it's working for him. People are
Right.
watching him and he understands how this work now.
Right. Because I seen you on Queen's Flip, I believe.
Yeah.
And I believe he asked you the same question, or how did the problem start? And you alluded, you didn't say definitely, but you said it might have been Aaliyah.
That was something that I had found out way later.
Okay.
Because he was dating Aaliyah. I think Dane was dating Aaliyah. Anytime you're doing shit like that, something
Yeah.
gonna go wrong. So
Right.
I don't even know why they did that anyway. That's stupid shit.
Right.
You know, like that's like me dating your girl.
Yeah.
And me dating your girl. Nigga, I know you. You know,
Yeah.
because something is bound to go wrong.
Right.
One way or another. I don't care how you do it. It just ain't going. It ain't going to end right. And then you can build up animosity. Even though I fuck with you, but he can't say what he really want to say because it's going to discredit him.
Right.
Can't say it.
All right. So what is the future of Ruff Ryders right now?
Well, I let my brother's handling most of the Ruff Ryders stuff. I'm focusing more on the block talk stuff.
Okay.
And just doing that and working with, I'm working a Scar project. Me and Swizz is working that project.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm about to put out our album. We just picked out some songs. Last night I had to pick out about 6 songs just to give to them to work. But I'm working on the Scar album right now and the block talk interviews. And whatever else come after that, and a series we're getting ready to shoot. So we got a couple of things.
A series, like an acting out series?
Yeah. It's a series that I'm shooting, just our path of coming up our lives and stuff.
Yeah, y'all definitely need that.
Oh, man.
Sure.
You and your brother?
Yeah.
Oh, that's,
Yeah,
come on.
we need
come
that.
On, bro.
We need that.
Oh,
That's
man.
gonna be-
I'm already subscribed to it on Netflix. I'm already like, I can already see it on Netflix or Amazon Prime or some shit. Hell yeah, that's a mean story to tell.
You know what? Because the story for us is that we really lived it. Like a lot of people didn't do it. We went through a lot of things to get there and get here, and to be able to get there. Like when we did music, we didn't come in the game for money to get. We had money. We came in with money, so we probably spent money just to get in. But it was safer for and the longevity for us to transition over from the streets to doing something legal. That's why we're still here right now. Other than that, we'd probably be dead or in jail, because that's where everybody goes if you don't make that transition. You have to make a transition. You got to know when to say, okay, that's enough. I'm going to have to do something different. So we started doing the music, and that's what worked for us. So.
And y'all did it big.
Yes, man. Hell yeah. Yo, I want to say one more thing. I see Twin in here, right? And Twin, his brother had passed away, but before he passed away, Twin we went at a taco spot, right? And Twin had got hit by a car. He didn't pass away from this, right?
Right.
So I never go to that taco spot.
Right.
Just even though the taco spot got nothing to do with it, and like when I heard that you had your accident, right? On what it's the
T-Rex.
what is that shit? The
T-Rex.
that's what
T-Rex.
it's a motorcycle with a. I have never got
three-wheeler.
Three-wheeler.
I take it out on all the motherfuckers. I have never gotten one of those. Whenever I see somebody with one of those, I always be like, nah, fuck that, and I always take it out on them because of you.
You know what's so crazy? Because they don't have T-Rexes in New York when they first came out back then.
Right.
So I was here.
Oh wow.
They had them here first. I bought them from here. I bought them T-Rexes from Miami.
I still see them all the time in Miami.
So I was the first one with them T-Rexes in New York, but I seen them here first. I was doing something here and I seen them right, and I was like, where the fuck? I went over to the store. I bought about 3 of them and flew them to New York. And that's where we got the T-Rexes in New York. That was like 15, 20 years ago.
Wow.
Yeah.
And and was that street legal in New York at that time or no?
Nah.
Oh shit. Oh shit. I didn't know that.
Catch us when you can.
Yeah.
That's the mindset. You know, because they was pretty good. They was fast, and they just looked at it. I got them from out here though. They was from here. They originally came from here.
Wow, I didn't know that.
I see them all the time.
Yeah.
People driving normal out here.
And I gotta thank you. I don't know if you remember this, but before X started going to Arizona, I used to have a lot of shows in Arizona because I'm half Puerto Rican, so I used to always I used to always get like Latino shows out there. So one day
We all Puerto Rican and black.
I'm in Arizona, and the promoter's like, "Hey man, Like he shorted me on like two grand. It wasn't nothing crazy.
Right.
And for some reason you called me, right? Or I called you. I don't know what was happening. And you was like, yo, you all right? And I was like, nah, man, this promoter just like kind of shorted me. And you were like, word? Where you at? And I was like, Arizona. Or I believe it's Arizona. It could have been Utah. But I believe it's Arizona. In 10 minutes, you had like 15 Ruff Ryders pull up and on a motorcycle.
We got chopped
and that promoter found that $2,000. Yo, I was like, I mean, we didn't have to say nothing. Yeah. And that's when I really realized, I was like, yo, Ruff Ryders is a fucking big conglomerate. Like, this is not no Bronx shit. This is not no Yonkers shit. This is some crazy shit. Like, I forget why we was on the phone. But you was like, you heard it in my voice. You was like, man, watch this, N.O.R.E. And I always want to thank you for that, brother.
Appreciate
MCs that's serious business too.
Yeah.
Having the MCs, that's serious business.
Yep.
So, all right, how about tech? Are you messing with the what is these apps and all this crazy shit? The SoundClouds and how do they get music out nowadays?
The DSPs, yeah, you got the Spotify's, you got the empires that do the digital distribution, you got all the Amazon Music. It's all DSPs.
Yeah. I just found out I'm doing 3.9 million a month on Spotify. I ain't seen nothing.
Remember what Snoop said? That's the difference. That's the big difference now. The music is all free.
Yeah, you might waste your time right now. I can get it and give it to him.
Right.
So it's impossible for you to stop it. It's like almost impossible.
See, I'm in a seesaw because on one hand, Leo told me, he's like, it's the best time to put out music because it's so cheap. Like, meaning, like, you could just make the shit in your house and just throw it out. You don't have to really do a photo shoot. You don't have to really...
That part is true.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so...
What's the next part?
All right.
What's the next part he told you?
The next part is what he just said. It's just like, are we going to, like, just keep being disposable music? Or like, you know what I mean?
That's
like,
what it is. It became disposable. That's the problem.
Yeah.
And then when anybody can make it, that means it's oversaturation.
Yes.
Like you said, oversaturation, because see, before you had to have money to make it back then.
Yes.
You couldn't just
Yes.
go in your room and rhyme on the mic and then put it out. They could go in their room and tweak and put it out.
Right.
You didn't have that access before. You had to have a budget. You used to have to go through the proper process of getting a budget,
Right.
videos, or they could shoot their own videos, make their own music. They could do that in their room,
Yep, right now.
And have a video up tonight.
Yep.
So like it's oversaturated. There's too many videos. It's too
Right.
easy. Don't cost them nothing. See, back then you had to have money. You had to have a budget.
Yep.
So you ain't putting no album out. You ain't doing no music or anything. Now you could do it in your house and do it and put it out tonight.
Yep.
And you seen what you saw, I don't know if you guys saw what they just came out with a report that, you know, the Polymarket shit?
Yeah.
So motherfuckers were betting on Polymarket about songs hitting the top 10 in Billboard.
yeah.
And then they were paying bots
Yeah, I
on
saw that.
Spotify to spike
I saw that was
it.
on Netflix, right?
And
Yeah.
I don't know. I just saw
No, it's on
a
Netflix,
news
though.
report about
Yeah,
it.
it's on Netflix.
And they were paying bots to get it on Billboard, and then they were betting on it on Polymarket.
Wow.
So it's all rigged in that sense.
Right, right.
So the thing is yeah, you want it easy to be a creative, but I think real artists will find the way to get there regardless. But what you got is a bunch of people who ain't real artists flooding the market,
go.
and it's harder to see the real artists.
You can't have them because it's 9 fake artists and 1 real artist.
Right.
So now you can't even tell the difference. So now you got so much fake artists, you start picking fake artists
Right.
and saying he's nice.
And the algorithms was telling you, no, this is what's popping, and we just finding out they rigging that too. They paying the bots. So algorithm ain't telling you shit.
Yeah, that's fucked up.
And they lying about they flossing with all this fake shit, like pretending like they making bread.
But they were even betting on Donald Trump's speeches. Like if Donald Trump.
Yeah, that's the Polymarket.
Yeah.
They bet on everything.
Yeah.
They bet on everything.
So D, God comes down, right? And God says,
God
D,
come down?
Yeah, God comes down to speak to you.
You ain't got to come down. I'm going to come up.
Yeah, actually, all right, so he comes to speak to you, right? And he says, D, I want you to make one record for me, right? I want you to go in, you to pick the producer, and you to pick the artist. You pick the producer, you pick the artist, and and it can be a feature artist, and that feature artist can be alive or dead. Who are the 2 artists you picking to be on that record, and who is the producer that's gonna produce that record?
If I had to pick one song that I have to do,
yeah, you have to do it. Yep.
I'm gonna say Swizz and X.
Swizz and X. Okay. All right.
That's it.
All right.
I know Swizz Beatz, and I know how to work X. See, he don't got to make the hits. I make the hits for him. I'm gonna know what to tell him to say. Say this. Don't say that. Say this. Do that. So we kind of like, it's a chemistry with music. Like, X wasn't a worker. You just had to be chemistry with him, you know. So I had a good chemistry with him.
He trusted you is really the important part.
He trusted me, and I just knew how to work the project. You got to know how to work a project. It's not just, it's a project now. So you got to look at it like, you pretty much, when you're dealing with an artist, you got to get into their world. And now you got to know who you're dealing with and know the ins and outs on who you're working so you can come out with a good album.
Right.
I don't got to, if it's too difficult for me, I say, you know what? N.O.R.E, look, do this. I need you to do this. Give me the beat. That's a good beat. Boom. Put a hook on it here. Just rhyme on it, you know. So you give them, sometimes you got to give them a hit. Because the beat is basically a hit. A hit is basically the beat and the hook.
Right.
What you say after that, you can make it work. But I already got the beat and the hook. I'm 75% good. 25, I just need you to do your part. Now you only got to do 8 bars. That's nothing.
That's what's up. Who's easier to work with? Is it guys or girls?
Guys.
Guys.
Guys, girls.
They don't need no makeup.
No.
At least some of them.
Guys is easier for me because I work with more guys than girls. Like, I make with 1 girl out of 10, so I gotta be easier for me to work with guys. Because girls, I don't get to work with that many girls. Like, if I get 1, it'll be just 1 girl. With 5 guys, I gotta work with, so it's easier for me to work with them. Plus, I gotta talk to guys however I want.
Right.
I gotta bend it a little bit. Oh, you know, but nigga, I just told you to hurry up. What you doing? So guys, I gotta talk to. I want girls, I gotta curve it a little bit.
All right. You ever got to meet Michael Jackson or Prince?
No.
Because X told me he met Prince. I
think we might have met Prince. I don't think Michael Jackson was in the studio that we was in, which was in Sony on 54th Street. 54th. He was in the room, but he was in that room. We was in this room, but he was in there, but we didn't really go in there to meet him. But he was in the room, but he was in the same studio. But I didn't talk to him personally.
Was there anything else? I think we wrapped it up, man. Yo, man, thank you, man. For coming through, man. You ain't got a Block Talk shirt? You ain't got a shirt? Shit.
Nah, I just gotta give him a hat, son.
Yeah. Come on. Yeah, that was dope. That was dope. Yeah, take a picture.